Say hello to little Franks. Say hello to the YouTube. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for all the love and support. My first couple videos. Today I'm really going to start talking about whole health and what that means to me. Certainly I've had quite the journey over the last several years of my life. If you do follow my Instagram, you would know that I have previously competed in bikini competitions and have been really into health and fitness forever. I started going to the gym when I was 16, 17, got into bikini competitions, assumed a lot of terrible habits, disordered eating, body dysmorphia, that took me absolutely years to overcome. I am going to apologize for a bit of the background noise. Where we are right now is at my cabin. We had moved a house out here a couple of years ago. It's been our absolute dream. You can peep our cabin over there a little bit. We are currently getting hardy board siding putting on. We have no power, so that's why you can hear the generator. It is early spring, so as you can see, not a lot of trees to like muffle and shut out the noise. So you are joining me from one of the trails that me and my husband have created throughout our property. We've got a couple little bridges here. It's kind of cool. There's a little low spot. This used to be a foundation for a house. And now when we have kids over and company, they just like to like sign under the bridge and like hang out like little trolls here. But what I wanted to talk about, because I was having a conversation with one of my longtime like coworkers, friends. So she was asking what this channel was going to be about. And that's really what I've struggled with, because I am such a multifaceted person. There's so much to me. And one of the things I absolutely love and adore is just being outside, being in nature, and also staying physically active. I had mentioned I'm someone who's worked out for a very long time. I'm somebody who is a go-getter. I love to go to the gym, be physically active, but I was stuck in this like terrible mentality for such a long time that the only way a workout was a workout for me is if I went to the gym, spent hours doing cardio, if I was able to lift heavy weights. I had no balance in between or what physical activity could look like outside the gym. My husband is somebody who's in incredible shape. He doesn't go to the gym. He eats what he wants. And then I could, of course, like cook us healthy, more moderate meals to like get those vegetables in. And he'd always be so frustrated with me going to the gym. And he would always ask me like, Larissa, if you want to be in shape, be fit, why don't you just work? And here I am, like little bikini competitor, like, ugh. Like that is not a workout. How am I going to be in shape if I don't go to the gym? I just had no concept of what that balance could look like. Felt like I couldn't accomplish anything unless I was physically active. And that activity was, of course, going to the gym, which I look back now and that was such a distorted and broken way to look at things. Since moving this cabin out here, it is very labor intensive. We rebuilt the whole bottom half of our cabin and have really built like this incredible trail system. Likewise, our cabin does not have power or gas yet, so we have been heating the cabin solely with wood, with just natural heat and fire heat, basically with a firebox. One thing I have really learned throughout this time is you certainly do not need to go to the gym, have any sort of structured workout routine really whatsoever to be fit and to be active and to be healthy. I'm living more of a holistic journey of where whole health is really taking me. And to that, it really embodies, physical activity, mind, body, and spirit. I really find that I need to do some sort of movement every day. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like super meaningful, if you will, either. It could be as easy as, it could be a walk, it could be a run, yoga or stretching for the day, just depending on how my body feels. I barely work out in the summertime anymore. I just want to be outside. I want to be absorbing nature in my surroundings. I want to be inhaling that fresh air. If you are from Saskatchewan or anywhere in Canada, you know that our summers are generally very short-lived. So one thing I have really come to love is just being in the bush. I absolutely love collecting firewood, chopping wood, or pulling the logs out of the bush, just being one with nature. It's so physically demanding and it's very good for the abdominals, the whole core. Our core just isn't our abdomen. It includes like our hips and our glutes and our back and all our stabilizer muscles. Really, I find that being in the bush provides me so much more greater functionality. I feel better. I move better. Like I'm doing functional movements. I'm not just focusing on one muscle belly that's getting incredibly sore and I can't move for days. It's a whole body workout. And just like yoga, you're working your muscles through their whole range of motion. Doing squats, you're picking up what, like everything. It's just incredible. So that is definitely something that has really helped me on my whole health journey. Not to mention being with nature, listening to the birds, I find is so meditative. It provides me an opportunity to just get out of my head, get out of whatever space that my mindset is in, and really reconnect with nature and what's around us. Call me a little hippy dippy, but I have learned so much from just nature. I'm gonna show you what I did yesterday and then a little bit of what my workout is gonna look like today, because it is going to be very labor intensive. It's gonna take me quite some time to be pulling the logs out of the bush, to load them up in the wheelbarrow, take them back to the front of my house. So yeah, come on with me. I already started the process of pulling wood out of the bush last night, and then it got too dark before I could carry on. My husband has graciously chopped all this wood for me, which was previously all tangled in the bush here. It is now ready for me to load up into a wheelbarrow and take back to the front of our house. Just call me Lumberjack Larry, if you will. So I have gathered piles of wood from around our yard, large and small, all evening yesterday. And of course there's going to be more, but I'm gonna put the camera down here because this, I need 2 hands to pick up some of these logs. Whew. 6 loads down. Pregnant girl needs lots of breaks. A little slower than usual, but that's totally okay. Moving to something that has been so fundamental to me in this pregnancy. There was a time for the first 6 weeks where I could barely move. I did do a little short 15-minute walk each day, tried to do some yoga, but all in all was just way too nauseated. I'd stretch and I'd literally need to go warm up some noodles and take a nap. Motion is lotion is a quote I live and stand by. So being able to do this at 12 weeks, I feel so grateful. My doctor did say I can keep continuing to do what feels good in my body. Just be mindful about my heart rate. Don't get it to go too high. Stay very hydrated. Take lots of breaks. So if things are slower, that is a-okay with me. I'm just so grateful to, haven't fallen pregnant and to be able to still do the things I love out in the bush, working, making progress, being fit and active. This little pal has to be everywhere I am since I fell pregnant. He cries if he's not in the same room, if I'm outdoors and he's not. I just love it. He's always my buddy, but he's always with me, protecting little Baba and Mama while we do hard work. I can't believe how much of a workout this is. Just loading up wood, wheelbarrowing around the yard, dumping the wood, coming back in and out of the forest. We are on 6th load here. Whew, getting tired. Pregnant lady. It is so unbelievable how we undervalue and underutilize what our bodies are capable of doing and building for us. I think a lot of times in this 21st century, especially in North America and the world that we live in, we take our body's ability to create for granted. And it's hilly going up and down this with wood, or even just walking through here, pulling the wood out of the forest, shoulder chucking it, like shot putting it, or doing some sort of chest press, shoulder press to get it out of the woods is an incredible amount of work. I also think it's that when we put our minds and our physical abilities into something, what we can create. We are truly the manifestors of our lives. We create by doing. Everything starts with an idea, like this little house, and to build an entire trail system around our yard to have the ultimate outdoor playground for ourselves, for guests, and eventually, sooner rather than later, as an Airbnb for all others to enjoy as well. And this goes back to my conversation with my friend. She refurnishes furniture and makes gorgeous pieces. She's like, this has done so much for my mental health, for my physical health. I find it very meditative. I feel like you would just totally understand. And I completely get that. I just love being out here, being physically active, moving my body, doing something creative. It's doing so much for my serotonin levels in pregnancy, which is a mood stabilizer. Anytime I feel like shit or I'm just getting lazy in the cabin, I come out here, I chop a little bit of wood, I go for a walk down these trails, I immediately feel better. I just think us, especially women, we do not know how much power we hold within our own selves and our own being. And I just find it liberating and empowering to be out here, to be creating my dream, not just making everyone else do it, but actually putting that sweat equity into myself. There is really a sense of pride and ownership that comes with that. So I am gonna keep working here. I'm gonna cut this video off because seriously, this is my one pile of wood that's not even done, and one's like kind of laying all throughout the trail here that I want to get done, calling it my workout for the day. Absolutely stunning, gorgeous day out at the cabin. I hope so much to see you in the next one, and I hope you really got something out of this. I hope this makes you say, consider your workouts differently. What physical activity can look like for you? What are the dreams you want to accomplish in your life, and what can you put some sweat equity and some hands-on labor into to really create something beautiful and wonderful for yourself? It doesn't have to be furniture. It doesn't have to be hauling wood out in the forest, creating a cabin. There is really so much we can do, and so much that is good for our physical, mental, emotional health and keeping us stable and thriving. If we're not moving, if we're not doing anything, we're staying stagnant. We're not growing. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.